toughest things to do in any martial art is start. Yeah, the hardest thing you'll ever do in any karate class or any class you go to is walk in the door for that first one. Once you've done that, the rest of it's just learning and technique. Mentally, the hardest thing is walking into that first one. So everybody who's done that, you've done the hard bit already, okay? Lots of people have now asked me for help with the first syllabus, the first junior syllabus, the 10th Kyu, white to red belt. So what I'm going to do in this short video is everything required for your first grade, okay? You must know these, you must practice these, and you must get these to a good standard before you can take the grade, okay? So we start off, the very first thing on the syllabus page for junior 10th Kyu is Yoi and Rei. Yoi and Rei is bow and ready. Okay, so we start with our feet together and our arms by our side. When we bow, it's a short bow looking straight forward. And then Yoi, move your left foot, your right foot, cross your arms and relax them in front of you. Not here like you're ready to fight. Down by your side, nice and relaxed with the hands gently closed. Okay? So we start feet together, bow, Yoi, into this position. The first technique is chokazuki. Chokazuki is forward punch. We start with our left hand out or one hand out and our other hand back on the hip. Get used to putting your spare hand back here. Okay? The chokazuki, the forward punch, the hand that's on the hip slides through, doesn't go out, the elbow doesn't go out, it stays close to the body. As it slides out, both hands turn over and swap. From here, hands turn over and swap. Turn over and swap. From there, as you drill the technique and get used to it, you come through power, pace, chokazuki, forward punch. Then we move on to our four basic blocks. Our four basic blocks are Gadambarai, which is low block, Jodan-Agyuk, Jodan-Agyuk is rising block, Soto-uk, Soto-uk is inside block, and Ukyuk is outside block. So our Gadambarai, we start one arm out, one arm comes across the face, the arm that's across the face then drives down and straightens. The arm that's out pulls back to that familiar position on the hip. From there, the hand on the hip comes across the face, drives down and straightens as that one pulls back. Spare hand across, drives down, this one pulls back. So every time your spare hand goes to block, the hand that's already out returns to the hip. From up, returns, up, returns. The hand always inverts, so the palm is facing up, returns. From there, we drill the technique with power and pace. For Gadambarai, lower block. The next block, Jodan-Agyuk. Jodan-Agyuk, rising head block or rising upward block. From here, the hand starts up, the spare hand on the hip. The spare hand drives up as if you're punching up to the sky. As it clears the other hand, it turns across the head, and the hand that's out comes back to the hip. From there, the blocking hand straightens, the spare hand drives up, just inside the other hand. It twists across the head, and this hand pulls back. Again, this one drives up, swaps. This one drives up, swaps. This one drives up, twists across the head. Don't have the hand right against the head. It should be clear and above. From here, we drill the technique for power and pace. our Jodan Igyuk, rising block. The next block, Sotuuk, inside block. We start with a hand out, and the blocking hand comes behind the head. The blocking hand twists across the body and stops when the arm is clear of the torso. This arm then comes up, this one comes out, this one twists across, this one pulls back, clear of the torso, up, out, and it twists as it comes across. The hand comes up, the hand, the palm is facing in towards you. As it comes across, it twists. So the hand, the palm is still facing towards me. Comes up and across, up and across. We drill for power and pace. Sotuuk, inside block. The next block is Uchiuk, outside block. Start in the same position with one arm out, one arm on the hip. The blocking hand then comes underneath and then twists. As if you're uncorking something, it twists back towards you. The elbow pulls back in. From here, it pulls in. Pull. And this one back to the hip. Now, we're in this position. The spare hand comes across the front of the other hand and twists. Across. Twist. Across. Twist. The reason we do it this way, you see lots of karate styles in particular, they'll do this block by coming underneath and then pivoting. They'll pivot this arm to do this block. The problem with that is, if you twist this arm any further outside, you're going against the natural joint of the body. And if someone pulls that, you're going to go over or damage the shoulder, so it leaves you in a really vulnerable position. If you pull through, leaving the elbow outside of the hand, you've still got the bicep engaged to make this a strong block. So we make sure we come through, twisting with the elbow always leading. Blocking, Uchiuk. So that is our basic punch, Oizuki, and our 4 basic blocks, Ganamburai, Jodan-Igyuk, Sotuuk, and Uchiuk. Then we move on to our first of our basic kicks, which is Mai-geri. Mai-geri. Geri means kick, Mai means forward, front or forward kick. The way we practice this as beginners is as what we call spot kick, for balance, with our feet together, our hands out to the side just to keep us balanced. And what we're going to do is, we're going to lift our knee with our foot pulled back. We're not going to swing our leg forward. We're going to lift with the foot pulled back. Once the knee is up at waist height, we're going to use the quad, the big muscle in your leg, to push out and back and down. So the knee comes up, out and back and down. And then with the other leg, we lift up. Now, out and back and down. And we will turn it up, out and back, down. Up, excuse me, up, out and back, down. And then we drill that technique from here. Making sure the feet get placed back down where they start from. That will teach you to return the knee after you kick, so that I can now choose where I step. If I let my foot just drop, I'm no longer in the same position. Kick, return, and choose where I land. Kick, return, choose where I land. And that is our Mai-geri front kick. Those are all your basic techniques for the first grade. The only other thing you've got is your kata. Every grade has a kata, a sequence of moves. And for the first grade, you do the first half of the kata that we call kion. Kion, again, is a Japanese word, it means basic. So this is a kata, just practicing 2 of your basic techniques. We start with our feet together, we bow, your instructor will say yoik, which is ready. You do left, right, cross the arms and down. We announce the kata, Kyon, and now I'll do the 8 moves for Kyon for you to practice. A lower block, step forward and punch, stepping all the way back, and lower block. From here, stepping forward, punching. From here, my front foot moves to the front, and I block down, lower block. From there I step through and punch, driving the punch through from the hip. I do a second punch. Last punch, step forward, and Kiai. Kiai means shout. There'll be a whole explanation on that if you don't already know. So that is Kyon, the first 8 moves of Kyon that you need to learn for your first grade. I'll run through it again at correct speed for you to practice. Kyon. That is the entire first grade syllabus. Not loads to it. 5 minutes a day practice and you'll have it in no time.